Welcome to R&R, Relationships in Real Estate. I'm your host, Chris Silva, and this is my beautiful, lovely wife, Corey Silva.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. Chris and I are the owners of Silva Realty and Silva Lending, and we've been in the real estate and mortgage industry since the early 2000s, and we absolutely love what we do. We're so happy to have you here and to share some resources, some knowledge, chat, answer some questions, and just, talk real estate and relationships.
Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2022 and our new season of R&R, Relationships in Real Estate. It's season 2, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back, y'all.
Does it feel like 2022?
It does not. It does, but it doesn't. I just feel like we're living in this fog, this COVID fog. It's just kind of hanging out.
Yeah, I get
Keeping
it.
people sick. It's horrible.
I don't know. I feel like 2022.
I feel like it's 2022 too, but just a lot of people have been sick and I just feel bad for them. I just want people to feel good.
It's the season, right?
Yes.
It's the season, so we're coming out of it. But where did 2021 go? Like you said, it is a little bit of a fog.
Yes, it's just everything went by so quickly. Why? Just having fun, living life, adjusting, going through so many changes, like going through COVID and then thinking you're going to make it out and then it just stays and then you're adjusting and this is the new norm. It's just weird.
It's funny because this is the first time we're actually talking about this, right? Like, how was the year for you? I don't know. How was the year for you? So for me, it just 2021 never ended. It felt like Groundhog's Day.
Sure did.
I just woke up. It was the same thing over and over and over again. It felt like Bill Murray.
Actually, there's new challenges every day and nothing surprises us anymore, right? Just got to stay on your toes. That's all you got to do.
Toes.
So it looks like we have some guests who have joined us. Thank you so much for being here with us. Hi, Betsy. Hi, Evelyn. So our sister-in-law, how exciting, on New Year's Eve got engaged, and I'm so excited for her.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Lulu and Angel. And that was probably one of the highlights of our New Year's Eve, right?
Absolutely. That was the best news. So the best news was they finally got engaged, I think after like 10 years.
It was about time.
He broke my record. I think it took me 7 to propose, right?
7? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I mean, I was 24 or something. This guy's 30. What was he waiting on?
I don't know. But the good thing is that he finally did it. And now we just have to wait for the wedding. But you know what everybody always asks? This is the one major thing is you finally get proposed to. And the first thing people ask is, so when are you going to have babies?
Really? I think that it's the date. When are you actually getting married is the first question, isn't it? And then the next question is when are you having babies?
Well, I know, but they already asked her. Like, so when are you going to have a baby? Yes, it's crazy.
Mexican parents, that's why.
They just got to chill, relax.
They get right on
Let
it.
them get married. They'll be fine.
Yeah, they already want to throw the quinceañera already. They haven't had a baby yet.
So now that it's the new year, 2022, does anybody have resolutions? What do you feel about New Year's resolutions?
Like, do people still make those?
I don't know.
I've never been a resolution guy.
Me neither. I feel like you don't get a restart button just because it's a new year.
That whole new year, new me. That's not me at all.
New year, same me.
Same me.
I'm still doing me, doing good.
Yeah, I mean, I get the whole, it's the end of the year. You got time to reflect on the year, right? Mm-hmm. And then you move on to the next year and say, oh, what can I have done better? So I guess it would be similar, but we're more like goal setters, right? We set our goals for the new year.
Right.
Instead of resolutions.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, I'm not a resolution type of person.
To me, resolutions like you want to, like you said, start over.
Right.
Oh, I didn't do that this year, so this year I'm going to do, I'm going to be in the gym day 1.
I don't know about that. I've never been like, I'm going to go to the gym this year.
Me neither.
I can't. I'm not trying to set myself up for failure. Like, I know I'm probably not going to go. So why put it out there in the universe? Like, I know what I'm capable of. So let me just set some realistic goals instead of
Well, people have these crazy workout goals, right? Like, oh, I'm going to lose 50 pounds or I'm going to get a 6-pack. Like, I've never had a 6-pack. I ain't never going to have a 6-pack. I've never wanted a 6-pack.
You wanted one when you were younger.
I don't know. I don't remember that at all. So, I mean, my workout goals are pretty, I just want to stay fitting in my pants and my suits. I'm good.
I just want to feel good. That's it. Just feel good. Number one. So We don't do resolutions, but we do have some business goals. And some of the business goals that we've been talking about are to increase our personal transactions, right?
Sure.
And also to help our team and help them increase their numbers too, right? Because in our business, we're all about helping each other be successful.
Well, 100%. So anybody that knows us in the community, I know some real estate agents watch our podcast. We're not out there recruiting agents.
Right.
It's never been our business model. We opened this business for ourselves to transact business, right? And know that we can do loans and we can do real estate in one place. So the agents that come work for us have all approached us to come work with us, right? And what I tell every single one of them, what I want to know when they work with us is, what's your goal? What's your financial goals? Whatnot. You shouldn't be in this business. If you're in this business full time, you should be at least helping 15 families a year.
At least.
I think the average is like 4 in our business. And, you know, we spend a lot of time in this business, right? We give our clients everything, blood, sweat, and tears. We're working 7 days a week. We're always having to be on our phone. So I tell our agents, you should be making 6 figures.
Right. Absolutely.
Right. And I'm really, really proud of Rena because she's made 6 figures 3 years in a row now.
Congratulations, Rena.
Right?
She works hard.
Double more than she's ever made in her life prior to working with us, right? And Meg is right on her way.
Yeah,
I think she could hit 6 figures this year. She did really well this year.
Yeah, we're so proud of them. So kudos to them. And so that's one of the many goals we have, is helping our business grow and our agents grow their business. And it looks like we have some people who joined us. Hi, Tanya. Thank you for joining us today. And then we also want to increase our network and broaden our connections with other agents, with other sources of helping clients, because that's our ultimate goal, is to always help people, right?
100%. So that's why we do this business. We do this business to help people. We enjoy helping people. I came in, usually I'm ready for the show like 30 minutes before the show. I was in the car like up until 10 minutes ago, hearing a story and like, oh my gosh, this poor girl had the worst experience ever in real estate like 10 years ago. So I can't wait to help her and show her what real estate's supposed to feel like, what a real experience is supposed to be. And that stuff gets me charged up. And that's what energizes us in this business, to help people, right?
For sure. For sure. That takes me back to the time when we first bought our place, and we didn't know much about real estate. We were both working. I think he was working at the gas company at the time, and I was working at Washington Mutual. And we just walked into a real estate office and got whoever was working that day. We didn't do any type of research on like who's going to help us, didn't ask around. And come to find out later, I don't even think they showed us everything that was on the market.
No way.
I think they only showed us listings that were in their office to keep it in office.
Sure.
And what we ended up buying, I'm just like thinking about our experience, they left dog mess in the house. That was just horrible.
There was a poo-poo surprise in the master bedroom.
Yeah, that was lots of fun. So if you don't want to go through an experience like that, contact us, because we'll make sure, even if there is some type of surprise left behind, you won't even know about it, because we'll take that surprise away.
You know, I've walked into some houses, because, you know, we get there first when we deliver keys. I've called our clients and said, sorry, I cannot give you the keys today. They're like, what do you mean?
Right.
I'm like, it looks atrocious. I got to get a cleaning crew out here, get it cleaned, and you can look at it tomorrow. I'll give you the keys tomorrow.
Right.
Because you go through all that trouble. You want the end result to be like, wow, when you walk into the house.
You want that magic.
You don't want them to be all disappointed when they get the keys.
I know. You walk in and you're all sad. This is an exciting time. So
you were saying you were sad when we bought our first place?
I mean, I was a little bit taken back by that. I was like, oh, Lord. But I was excited to buy a first place. I mean, that kind of is just one of the little things that you remember, right?
Sure.
So, but anyways, when we bought our second house, that was exciting because it was new build. So
yeah, that's a whole other story for another show, about how you surprised me on my birthday to buy another property. Never even knew we were looking.
Oh my goodness. So New Year's Eve. How was everybody's New Year's Eve? Can you all tell us a little bit in the comment section? What was something exciting that happened with you and your family, or maybe it was something out of the ordinary? We got together with our family, which we usually have family dinners on Saturdays. And this time we just moved it to Friday and had our family over. And for the sake of not putting them in harm's way with all the crazies on the road, we told them just spend the night. We'll have a sleepover. So that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. So hi, Tanya, you're on with us. Thank you for joining us. Tanya was the life of the party. Let me just tell you.
Yes, she was. She had so much fun. Usually she's pretty reserved, but that girl had a good time. Her and Mimosas, they became good friends.
Oh, my Lord.
She had so much fun. And then we also got to find out about the newly engaged couple. Hi, Angel. He just joined us. It was amazing. Thank you so much for hopping on the call and sharing the surprise with all of us. We're super excited for you all.
That was the best way to start the new year.
I know, for sure. So our kids, I don't know about everybody else. Do your kids stay up late past midnight or do they not make it? So that day, for the fear of our kids not making it to midnight, we ended up taking them over to Discovery Cube. And they did
the ball drop.
They did the ball drop there. So, it was a balloon drop. And so what it was is instead of at midnight, they had a celebration at noon. So as soon as it hit noon, all these balloons fell out of the sky and the kids were going nuts. They had such a good time. And there was a little bit of a challenge. Chris didn't actually get in because Grandma went with us and they're pretty strict with like their COVID regulations. So
you have to have proof of your COVID card, right?
Right.
Or the negative test right there on you.
And they didn't tell us that when we bought the tickets. So he missed out, but it was okay because him and Grandma got to go have breakfast while we played with the kids. And they did their little balloon drop at noon. And surprisingly, those kids were party animals. What time do they stay up till that night?
Before we get there, we get home and I'm trying to convince them, hey, let's take a nap so you guys could party with us tonight, right? Our kids don't take naps anymore. That just doesn't happen. But luckily for me, we paired up. Corey got Nola and I got Santino. Santino's like, all right, Daddy, let's go. So we slept probably a good hour and a half, 2 hours probably.
They got to take a 2-hour glorious nap.
Glorious.
And Nola, this girl, let me tell you, this girl, she just doesn't want to rest. She's like, Mommy, let's do this. Mommy, let me eat for an hour. My lunch. I'm like, Nola,
she doesn't want to
please,
miss anything.
I really need you to take a nap if you want to enjoy tonight. Otherwise, you're going to be grumpy. Okay, Mommy, I'll rest with you. Okay. So we make it upstairs. I'm like, lay down. I need to rest. I'm tired. Let me just finish this one last Christmas card I was making for you. What do? Tell the girl no and like crush all her dreams? So she went and finished her little Christmas card. I'm like, okay, just come in and lay with me. Right? Okay, Mommy, I just finished it. I'm like, okay. She goes to come in. Wouldn't you know it? I got a 10-minute nap.
Hey, it's better than nothing.
I guess.
So
I was exhausted.
It didn't faze Nola one bit. Santino's, he's different than most kids. This kid has more self-control than most adults.
Yeah, he does.
Right? So like when I say more self-control, he will not have dessert because, oh, what time is it, Dad? Oh, it's 8:30. It's too late for me to have dessert. I don't want to stay up late or ruin my or hurt my tummy or right?
Yeah.
So when our family comes over every week, I mean, they're mid-play. He's having fun with his cousins. And then all of a sudden, 10:30 hits, he'll stop playing, no direction from his parents. He'll come to Daddy, I'm ready to go to sleep. Can you go upstairs with me and put me to sleep? So I didn't think he'd make it till midnight.
No, he did though.
That kid partied till 2:30.
They were up until 2:30 in the morning. I'm like, it is time for you to go to bed. I think they were just past tired. They were like delirious.
I was worried about him. I was worried. He had this blank stare in his face, and I was like, "Is he okay? Are you okay?" And it took him a while to answer.
I think he was just sleeping with his eyes open.
It was the strangest thing.
Yeah. Well, they went to bed super late. And I actually got to talk to Jocelyn yesterday about why they left. And so this will be really funny for you. So Tanya, you're on here right now. Our sister-in-law, Jocelyn and Christian, they actually left at like 5 a.m. And we're like, why did they leave so early? And she's like, Corey, I could not take it. It was like a symphony.
The story.
They were snoring so loud. She's like, it wasn't just Patrick, it was Tanya, it was Christian. I couldn't take it anymore. She's like, I almost went to the car to sleep in the car. I almost went up to the kids' room to sleep in there and shut the door. I couldn't handle it anymore. I was like, we have to go. I felt so bad for her, but it was really funny.
It's funny. I wish we had it recorded because I bet you she made a lot of faces.
But she was like, "Is Patrick okay? I think he needs to get the breathing thing."
That's what I told him when I woke up.
I told him too, man. He needs to get on that. What is it called?
CPAP.
He needs to get that CPAP machine because he has sleep apnea. She's like, sometimes I don't think he was breathing, and then he would like make this crazy noise and start choking.
Like he was underwater. Yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible.
That actually woke me up from all the way downstairs. We had the door closed in our room and it still woke me up.
She's like, how did you not hear that? I told her
I
was
heard
tired.
I heard it.
Wow.
I'm pretty good about blocking stuff out. It didn't bother me. I mean, I slept until I needed to, and then I went ahead and made everybody breakfast.
Yeah. So Tanya's cracking up. She thought it was pretty funny. Betsy said, built different. I'm not.
She's talking about Santino.
Oh, yeah. He is built different. That kid.
He's way different than a lot of kids.
Oh, my goodness. So the next chapter of Chris and his new TV.
Yeah. So week 2 of the TV, right? The TV is awesome, right? We had this old TV in our room. It was like 15 years old, right? It was from our first house. Mm-hmm. It was a Vizio. It was like the prototype.
It was.
Right?
We knew the owner of the company before it got big.
Yeah, so you knew the owner of the company. You had those connections, right? And it was like for a birthday back then, I think. Mm-hmm. And you brought home. I came home and the Vizio was on the wall. It was like magical, right? I was like, oh my gosh. That's when I used to watch a lot of football. Remember, I wouldn't miss a game.
Yes.
It's because I was working construction. I actually had my weekends, you know? Mm-hmm. So the TV is amazing. I love it. Except, again, we didn't have the Apple TV set up, so we couldn't watch everything as easy. Mm-hmm. And Yellowstone, right? Can we just talk about Yellowstone? Like the drama that we've been going through just to watch a damn episode of Yellowstone. So I set up, we have to give ourselves some credit. Corey and I'm not handy at all, guys. I'm just not, okay? Like Corey tells me to do something.
I don't tell him to put anything together. I just put it together myself.
Usually put it together.
Like hanging mirrors, and like everything in our house, I would just hang it myself.
Yeah, if there's any kind of work that needs to be done, like with a drill gun.
What is that tool called?
Whatever it's called.
A screwdriver? Electric
screwdriver, whatever. Corey does it all. I'm not ashamed to say it. Corey does it all, right? Her father is an electrical contractor. She learned how to use tools when she was young. So Corey usually does it. So we have this extra TV. We just moved offices and we had this TV that was on the wall. And it was just sitting in the garage. So we're like, oh, let's put it in the kids' room.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's been sitting in the kids' room for like a month. And and then their cousins come over and I'm like, that thing is going to fall on somebody and get hurt. So let's put that thing up.
So Corey and I put our heads together. I think I did equal work on this, right? And we hung the TV on the wall.
We did it without fighting. It was great.
Without fighting.
We've come a long way since the first IKEA
We used to want to kill each other. With Kmart, remember our Kmart patio furniture? We wanted to kill each other.
Yes, I wanted to hurt you so bad.
Yeah. I know she was regretting the I do because it was like right after we got married.
Yeah, I know. Our first house, I was like, this is ridiculous. In the dark. Who puts together patio furniture in the dark?
I don't know what we were thinking. It was like a full out brawl.
It was horrible. I'm glad we made it through that.
All right. So fast forward to getting back to Yellowstone. I set up the Apple TV in the kids' room, right? Because they could watch their stuff that's not on the new smart TVs like Disney Now. You can't find that app on the LGs, right? So we have it there, but then who suffers? We do. Corey's been trying to watch this HBO Max, her Insecure show you were like 3 weeks behind, weren't you?
4 weeks behind. They already had the final episode. I was like just not trying to see any spoilers, which is darn near impossible because I follow everybody on Instagram who's in that show. And so I already knew what happened at the end, but I'm like, I just want to watch Insecure. Why can't I log on to HBO now? What is happening? I have an account. I've been watching the season. Please get me my show on.
So I've been
So
having the same frustration with Yellowstone, right? So like we talked about this on previous shows about the Paramount versus the Paramount Plus and where do I find the show? So we figured all that out. It's on Paramount Network, except you can't put it on the actual LG TV without an Apple TV, the Paramount Network.
Right.
So I'm doing it on my laptop and I'm trying to AirPlay. So we got it going and we're like, wow, all right, great. It's airplane. I could see it on the big TV and I can hear it on the big TV. We watch it for like 2 minutes and then it jumps back to nothing's on the TV, just the sound and the pictures on the laptop. And it just like kept going back. It was messing with me. Right? I was getting so upset. I'm like, all I want to do is watch the show.
It's a very smart TV. It knows how to
It's
F
smarter
with
than
you.
It's smarter than I am.
It knows how to get you going.
So we watched 2 episodes prior to the finale. We just gave up because we just wanted to watch a damn show. You have to avoid, like you said, avoiding all the spoilers that are everywhere, right? So we watched it on our laptop.
Right.
Embarrassing. So you have this brand new, beautiful TV. It's like
and you're
top of the line
it on
TV.
Your laptop.
And I'm watching it on my laptop with like a little delay in the sound. And it's not HD. Nightmare. Right. So we're going to watch the finale now. And I was like, you know what? I'm not dealing with this. We paid $2.99 on Amazon just to buy the episode.
For this episode. I don't care. I'm like, just go. It is not worth the headache. The $3 will give us peace of mind. We could watch it on the big screen. And he finally got an episode on his new TV.
And it was nice.
It was good, right?
Because it's filmed in Montana for anybody that doesn't know. So there's like beautiful mountains and scenery, and it really comes alive on that TV. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was nice. But the finale, I was a little disappointed in that finale. It was just not realistic at all. So
a lot of things are.
I'm going to just tell you guys right now. I'm about to do a little spoiler.
Why? Don't do it.
Mute me right now if you don't want to hear about the spoiler.
Gosh. Nobody wants to hear your spoiler if they haven't seen it.
I got to talk about it because it's ridiculous. So Beth, if anybody knows, Beth is like the most badass chick on TV right now. Like everybody wants to be Beth. She's just the stuff that comes out of her mouth and the things that she does. Like I'm sure a lot of people want to channel that Beth strength, right?
Everybody wants to be Beth, but they aren't.
Yeah, it's hard to be that lady. But so Beth, she's even changed vocabulary in our house. Like Corey never used to call me buddy. But if you see the show, like every other word out of Corey's mouth, like, all right, buddy. I'm like,
I'm not your buddy.
That's not really a term of endearment if coming out of Beth's mouth. That's more like I'm going to kill you, right? So like if you watch the show, you know what I'm talking about. All right, buddy. Okay, so she does a lot of buddies now. But on the show, Beth wants to kill some dude in prison, and she shows up to prison on her prison yard in some very
risque outfit with a big fur coat.
Let's just call it what it is. She looked like a hooker, right? She had a hooker dress on, and she just shows up, and the guy's this big old tough guy
for a
conjugal visit. This guy's just walking into a room, and he's like, "Oh," he's like, where are you taking me? Oh, you have a conjugal visit.
What? That's so unrealistic.
So she's in there with some killer.
Yeah, and he doesn't do anything to her?
And then she spouts off like she always does, and like nothing happens.
Yeah, it was very unrealistic.
So I'm not going to ruin the whole show, but like that, whoever wrote that episode and directed, I got to look it up because I bet you it's not the same person that's done the whole season, right? Because that was the worst episode I thought out of like any episode I've watched on that show.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with that. It was a little strange. So we have some comments. It looks like Betsy said, buddy. Monica Castillo says, was disappointed with the season and didn't care for Beth this season either.
Well, I don't know about the whole season, Monica. Like, I dig Beth, but she got some daddy issues, right? She got some daddy issues. But that whole conjugal visit thing, I was like, come on, that's too much.
Yeah, that was a little ridiculous. And then Tanya said that Patrick got Yellowstone on Peacock. Yeah, I think very interesting the way that show turned out. So weird. But at least there's going to be another season, right?
And then they got the spin-off shows. They got the dumb old Jimmy, the cowboy, is getting his own show. It's going to be the 4 6s.
Oh boy.
I don't understand how he's going to have a whole show made up on him.
I can't with his face. I can't look at his face. It bothers me.
The way he talks, everything.
No.
He has that face that you just want to punch him right in his face. You see?
Monica said compared to the others, she didn't like her this season. Maybe because they were trying to show her softer side, that maybe she's a little human. But then toward the end, they brought it back. Like, this chick, don't mess with her.
I mean, she really just cares about 3 people, right? Her dad, her husband, and her brother. That's it. Yeah. It's pretty simple.
That's it.
So if you're one of those 3, you're good to go. But if you're not, good, watch out.
Yeah. So anyone who's watching Yellowstone, has the show affected like you in any way? Like your wardrobe, I don't know, the way
Your
you
vocabulary,
talk,
your slang.
vocabulary, or even the type of dream home you're looking for.
So this is real, guys. This show has affected how people are looking for homes now. Okay, so I talked to one of our clients a couple nights ago. I think it was like right after the season finale, right? And we sold them in March. It's going to be 2 years since they bought their first home together, and it's a townhome, right? So now they started a family. Since we sold it to them, they got married. They have a little baby, super adorable. But now they're thinking about buying a house, right? Selling and buying a house. And I'm just listening to the wife talk, and she's like, well, you know, I want something I was thinking maybe Silmar. I want something with the big yard. I want like some animals. Like I want to have a couple cows there, maybe some chickens. I'm like, girl, you've been watching Yellowstone, huh? She's like, how did you know? We were just watching it. I'm like, because everybody's been watching Yellowstone, and everybody wants a big yard now, and everybody wants animals and a ranch. And remember, I was even telling you, I was like, I think I want to go horseback. I think I want to ride a horse.
Oh my gosh, this guy on a horse? No way. He can't even walk around Disneyland without his leg hurting or his back. You want to ride a horse? Oh my God. You're going to be getting off that horse like you're Jimmy. You have to get your back replaced, be laid up in the hospital.
Have the neck brace on the next show?
Oh, hell no.
Why do you have the neck brace? Oh, I went horseback riding.
You are not going horseback riding. You're out of your damn mind. He's crazy.
I bet you cowboy boots and hats, the sales are probably through the roof right now.
Oh, I'm sure.
Everybody's buying them, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, he's going to tell me he wants to go roping or something.
So anybody out there, have you guys been affected by Yellowstone so much that you now want to buy that ranch home? I don't know. There's some little areas out here, Agua Dulce, some areas of Castaic, Acton, and then you could, if you want to go in the boondocks, Llano Valley and all that other stuff, you can have it right here in California.
I know.
Your little slice of Yellowstone.
I wouldn't call it the slice of Yellowstone, but it would be an imitation of it. So here's what I'm hearing from buyers. They want to buy, but they're waiting for the market to crash. What do you think?
You ever see that meme of the skeleton tapping on the desk? And they're just like waiting and waiting, waiting. That's what you guys are waiting for. Look, I would like the market to change just like anybody else because it's more fun in a normal market.
Right.
What is a normal market? A normal market's 4 to 6 months of inventory. Okay, so that means buyers go out, they have options to choose from, there's negotiations, right? That's all out the window, guys. Like that does not exist. You want to buy a house, you got to be the highest bidder. You got to get creative on the terms that you're gonna make.
Right.
And grin and bear it, because if you want to get into a home, that's what's going to happen. And you have to buy. If you don't own a home, you're not even in the game right now.
Right.
Right. There's no end in sight for the market crashing. The rates are still low, but they're starting to creep a little bit. But because supply is so low, let me just kind of give you guys an idea. 2020, there was more new construction homes built in 2020 than there was in 2021.
Wow.
It could be a couple things. It could be the supply, right? Maybe because there were supply issues, right? With the ports, less truck drivers bringing in stuff. That could be one of the issues. But I think what's happening, my personal opinion, is that the builders are greedy. And they're saying, well, why are we going to build them so fast when we could milk every single house? Right. I think that's what they're doing. Because, they're cutting out agents. They don't want to pay agent commissions, whatnot.
Well, not all builders, but a lot of them are.
Lennar doesn't want to pay any agent.
Yes.
They were the first ones not wanting to pay. But anyhow, so you're starting to see less construction, right? The inventory is just not, it doesn't exist. There's like weeks of inventory. Every day, the first thing I do when I open my laptop is I look at the inventory for Santa Clarita. On average, it's about 3 to 4 new listings. And we're talking about Canyon Country, Saugus, Newhall, Valencia. And in my search, I also have Stevenson Ranch, Castaic. That makes up a huge, huge area.
Absolutely.
So out of tens and hundreds of thousands of homes, there's 3 to 4 new listings a day.
That's not much.
On the high end, I see 6. On the weekend, you don't see any new listings, right? So we're talking about 30 new listings a week.
Wow.
That's nothing. So because we have no inventory and nothing in sight coming, The houses are still creeping up a little bit. Now, another thing I hear from buyers is, well, I'm just going to keep saving money and, I'll buy in a year from now or whatever when I have more money saved.
Right.
Well, here's the problem with that logic, right? If you're trying to buy on average right now, houses are like 650, 700,000. We're talking about for a starter home, right? Well, 700,000, if it creeps up 2%, 3% appreciation by the end of the year, which is less than what's been happening every year,
Right.
it'll probably creep that much by the time summer comes around. Now you're talking about $20,000, $30,000 of appreciation. Who cares that you saved? What are you going to really save in 6 months?
Right.
Maybe
It's not like
10
the bank
grand,
is paying you
maybe
any money
15
for
grand.
saving it.
No. And if you put 10 grand more down on a house or 20 grand more down on a house, it literally is affecting your payment by $35 to like $60 a month.
So it makes more sense. Just buy now if you can.
If you can, you buy right now. If your plan is to buy this year, get into a house as soon as possible, because as soon as spring comes around and summer
Then
comes
it
around,
gets even more crazy.
it's going to be even crazier than it is right now. We have buyers right now that we're making offers. Who looks at houses on New Year's Day? Who does that? Our buyer did.
Yeah, and they weren't sleeping, and he got his offer accepted,
Right.
which is amazing.
But you would think that we didn't have any competition on New Year's Day. There was 3 hours for this particular house to see the house. It was an open house, one day only to show the property, 3 hours. Do you know they had 6 offers on that house?
Wow.
There's multiple people looking at houses on New Year's Day. So your competition's out there looking.
Yes.
Right? Luckily, we got the offer accepted because we had a business relationship with the listing agent, and they want to work with somebody that they've worked with before, right?
And that will actually close the
That's
real
going to
estate
close. It has a
transaction.
good reputation. So, not to pat ourselves on the back too much, but relationships matter in this business. And thank goodness we're able to get our clients to a house. So I'm excited because he's going to start the new year off in a house, right?
Yes.
And it's like exactly what the guy wants. It's a single story ranch style house with like a view of the city.
Wow.
For like 600 grand.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. He came up.
He definitely got a gem. Great way to start the new year. So I know you talked for quite a bit,
I apologize. I talk a lot.
and you said one of the things I did hear you say is, buying a house should be fun when you're finding all this. And right now, when there's all
Yes.
this stuff, we still make it fun.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, even though there's challenges, we will find a way to make it fun. Because like we always say, even though you might get outbid some of the time, there's always going to be that gem waiting for them in the end.
Sure, and
The
we
house
keep
that's
it
meant to be.
we keep it real with our clients. What does that mean? We're not setting up unrealistic goals,
For
right?
sure.
Unrealistic expectations. You guys know what's happening every single step of the way, right? You know what we're up against on every single house. Like I could tell you before we go look at a house, it's probably going to be 15 offers on this house. As long as you can stomach that, let's go check it out.
Right.
We'll make our best offer. So we make it fun. I believe we have such a great community of people that when they buy a house with us, they do the loan with us, they sell a house with us, they never leave, right? Because they know they found that right experience, right?
Yeah, and they know that we'll take care of them.
For sure.
Well, Chris and I are very similar with other buyers in the fact that we always have our ear to the ground and we're always open to a great investment opportunity or an opportunity for us to grow our home.
Sure.
And so our house, we absolutely love it. We've had both of our children in our home, which there's a lot of sentimental value there, right? But you start to outgrow it. There's some things that you want to change. You want to have a yard. We consider the fact that we want a pool. I mean, these are all the things we've been toying around with for the
Sure.
last couple of years. And going through the last 2 years, we feel like, did we miss some of these opportunities that have come up? We don't want to miss out either.
Sure.
And so there is a new community that's coming out in, it's called Williams Ranch. It's right near Castaic. And it's a community that we're really excited about because they have this master plan community for about, 500 homes.
Yes.
And the homes are all going to be centered around community. So there's going to be a huge community pool. There's 9 pocket parks inside of the community, a huge county park that's going to be outside of the gates, and a portion of the community, I think was 80% is gated.
Yeah, so it's like 500 homes on 500 acres, right?
Oh, on 500 acres. So, but is it 80% of it gated?
About 80% of it's gated, and 2/3 of it are view properties.
Which is awesome because
You don't find that.
We're a little spoiled. We have a view where we live, and although our yard's small, we don't have a big driveway or a large garage or a big home, we love the view. So we got a little bit of spoiling going
neighbors.
on, and our neighbors are
We got
great.
great neighbors.
So we're looking over there, and if anyone is interested in this community, please reach out to us, DM us, call us, email us. We can get you on the interest list and share a lot of new, exciting information that's coming out about the community. The thing I love about it is not only is there a community pool and community recreation room, but they're also going to have an active vineyard, which is so cool. Like, what communities have that? Right. And a citrus grove.
And they're going to have like walkways and trails and all that stuff,
It's going
right?
to be so cool.
So it's really, that's what builders are doing nowadays. They're trying to build this sense of community. So everybody gets to know each other in there. But let's just talk about the houses for a little bit, because the majority of homes there are going to be what we were talking about with this Yellowstone, single story ranch style homes, right? They're all going to have the option to have an ADU. What's an ADU? It's an additional dwelling unit. So you can have, people call it different things, next gen, right? You could basically have an office set up. You can have something for guests. You can have for in-laws, the kid that will never leave your house, right? That's like 35 years old and never going to move. You could have them there. So I love that. Every single one's going to have an option for RV parking, right? You can also have, there's also options for RV garages.
Which is really cool.
If you own an RV, that's amazing. The average lot size. So if anybody that's looking for houses, you know the average lot size is like 5,500 square feet. The average lot size at Williams Ranch is double. It's 11,000 square feet.
I thought it started at 10.
10, 11?
10, 11.
I thought it was 11. Okay, let's say 10.
Okay.
All right, just to even 10,000 square feet. And I think they're saying about 7,500 square feet is flat.
Right.
That's amazing. That's really hard to find.
It's very challenging to find, especially when it comes to new construction, because a lot of these builders are trying to fit in as many homes as possible to increase that bottom line. And I don't know where they're getting their market research for, because everybody I talk to, they want a yard. They want to have some space.
Well, you know, until consumers, us, right, everybody out there stops buying these homes that have, you know, a yard smaller than our office size, right? So these new constructions, a lot of them don't even have a backyard, especially everything in 5 Point up by Magic Mountain. They have a side yard.
Right.
Right? The only homes that they're building today, out of all the homes, all the builders there are Toll Brothers that actually have a backyard. And they're like normal size backyards, right? 5,000 square foot lots. They have some 10,000 square foot lots. But if you want to get a 10,000 square foot lot for Toll Brothers, hold on, brace yourself. Out the door, when you pay for like minimal upgrades, the average upgrades are like 20% of the purchase price. You're paying about $1.8 million for that house.
Wow.
Plus Melrose, right? About an extra $1,000 a month in Melrose, plus HOA. So be ready. Even if you have 20% down, be ready to be paying like $9,000 a month.
Whoa.
It's a lot of dinero. And on top of that,
A lot of dinero.
a lot of dinero. So on top of that, you're going to have, there's not that much privacy. So you still have like the neighboring homes looking in your backyard.
Yeah.
If you're going to pay that much money, I don't want anybody, I want to be able to walk around my backyard butt booty naked if I want to.
Well, you can do that whenever you want. Neighbors may not be happy about that, but you do you.
I want to sunbathe.
Better put on your sunbum then. So that's a little bit of information about that community that we're super excited about. And I think they're actually this month going to start calling people back. So if you are even just slightly interested about it, you need to contact us now, because we're going to get you on the interest list. And if you reach out to them without us first contacting them, unfortunately, we can't represent you. So we want to represent you and help guide you through the process and give you helpful tips, because let me tell you, when you go straight to the builder, they don't always have your best interest in mind.
Well, it's overwhelming too, because what style home do I pick, right? What lot do I pick? Is the lot important? The lot's very important, what lot you pick, right? So there's a lot of extra things that the excitement for buyers when you go there, the blinders are on. You forget so many different, and that's why you work with an agent. On top of that, you don't pay us a dime to represent you.
Right.
There's no there's no repercussions for having an agent. It's nothing but beneficial to have an agent.
Absolutely.
So, anyhow, everybody stay put. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back.
See you soon.
Welcome back to R&R, Relationships in Real Estate. I'm your host, Chris Silva, and this is my beautiful co-host, wife, Corey Silva.
Well, thank you for that introduction. Thank you all for joining us here today. We're super excited to be back after our small little break and to have everyone joining us today. I'm so happy to see some new faces on the podcast. I don't know if we thanked you, but thank you, Monica, for joining us. And let's just dive right back into what we're talking about, New Year's.
So is everybody ready for the new year? Are you ready for the new year?
If I
stay ready.
Stay ready, I don't have to get ready, okay?
So our 5 and 7 year old, they say, if I stay ready, I don't have to get ready.
That's
right.
Is everybody back on the grind? Because I know some people are like, I'm going back to work and I don't even know what to do. I've been off for too many weeks. I don't even know how to act anymore.
Right. I mean, I feel like I'm ready.
We hit the ground running.
I'm excited about the new year. I feel energized, ready to go. I kind of been on like, I enjoyed the holidays. Let's just say that.
He's been on chill mode.
I've spent so much time with you and our babies. Mm-hmm. It's just been great. I love it.
I feel like that's part of what the holidays are all about, is just relaxing, enjoying each other, really taking in all that time. Like, that's the best gift for me, is just being with family, right?
Absolutely. I think I'm in grind mode, but really I'm probably just revving up, because grind mode doesn't really start until the 10th when the kids go back to school.
Oh, yeah.
Because, the mornings, I'm hanging out with the kids until they leave to go to grandma's.
Right.
Right. And then when I get home, if the kids are home already, I'm shutting it down, hanging out with the kids. So grind mode will really, really happen on the 10th, which is Monday.
Yeah. So Monday, the kids go back to school. And, I don't know about you, but we've been trying to start the year off strong. And with this first week, we started off right? So we have one escrow that just opened up, which we mentioned in the last segment.
Well, two escrows.
Yeah. And
a few loans.
And we have some stuff closing too.
I think we have something. I wouldn't be surprised if it closed while we're on air, but we have a home closing today. It was supposed to record yesterday. There was some kind of problem at the county.
It
Anyhow,
happens.
it happens, but they'll be closing today. So definitely starting off this year, super strong.
Yes, for sure. So now that we're back, kids are going back to school on the 10th. I am having some mixed emotions. I don't know how other parents are feeling with their kids going back to school with this variant and people being sick. And so drop some comments and let me know how you are all feeling about it. I'm a little indifferent. Of course, I want my kids to be safe. Their safety is our number one concern. They're already used to wearing masks. So I know there's like some new protocols that are coming out and some recommendations that we just got from the superintendent of our school district. And they're suggesting that kids double mask. I don't know if that's really going to help, but it's not a requirement. And they're telling teachers not to wear cloth masks. They're telling them to wear surgical masks, which I don't for one second take this as a joke. I don't take it lightly. But just people, please, if your kids aren't feeling well, keep them home.
I mean, we've been on that stance before COVID.
Yes.
You got sick kids, keep your sick kids at home. Like, we don't need our whole house to be sick too.
And I would get those notes, like, your kid has had too many absences when they would get sick, during cold and flu season. Knock on wood, that has not happened this time around. But I do go to drop off and I see snotty nose coughing kids and I'm like,
why?
Should I say something? Should I be that mom? Should I be like, you sure you want to leave your kid here? I have been this close, and I've had that conversation with other moms at drop off, but I don't want to be the one. I mean, I know you know your kid, but I don't want my kid to get sick from yours. Please.
I mean, look, it's going to happen. It's beginning of January. Everybody met for Christmas. People were meeting for New Year's, and now kids are going back to school. Mm-hmm. So all those gatherings, people were going to be sick regardless.
For sure.
It's cold. It's flu season, right? Before COVID and all that, it's still flu season.
For sure.
I remember being sick for like 3 months, not straight, but like September, October, November hits right around there. At some point I get sick and then it's just like get over a cold. Oh, get a new cold, right? Because we were playing that magical colds around the house with the kids.
Correct.
Right. So now it's it's different because now it's COVID, and the way that affects not only us but just the population. I'll just play out a scenario, right? Kids get sick at school, they get COVID, or they have to stay home because they were around somebody that had COVID, right? Well, that affects not only us, but now we can't take our kids to jujitsu, right? But what if we're that parent that doesn't care and you just take them?
Oh,
right?
gosh. I would hope by now, like after 2 years, people would just exercise some common sense.
Sure, but you have to have some, you have to think about others, right? When you make these decisions, because if we take our kid there and then, God forbid, they end up having COVID, it could affect our friend's business.
Right.
Right. And that goes for any other sport, right? Dance or whatever else. You have to look at it that way, and you have to put yourself in these other people's shoes and be empathetic with people's situations.
For sure.
Whether you think COVID is super serious and scared of it, or whether you don't take it as serious and you don't wear a mask, whatever it is, it still affects a lot of people out there because of all these guidelines and everything that's going on, right? So I don't know how I feel about this stuff. It's not going to affect our kids because our kids already are, they already wear their mask all the time.
Yeah. They're going to be changing things a little bit where they're supposed to wear their mask outside now, whereas before they could take their masks off when they were outside. For our school district in particular. But I don't think that's going to change our kids because they always wear their masks outside anyways. But the one thing that I do like is apparently now they're going to be sending home COVID home tests for the kids in case they do get exposed. So we don't have to go to the hospital or to the pediatrician or to urgent care or just anywhere to try to track down getting a COVID test, which that'll probably take a little bit of stress away for people, and that added step will be taken out. So
at least the cost, because not everybody's in a situation where you could just go and get a test and pay,
yes.
If you don't have the best insurance like ourselves, right? Because we don't work at a big company, the insurance isn't the best. So you go and you're like, oh, I got the only place testing right now is urgent care. Oh, that's a $350 visit. For just so our kid can go back to school.
Yeah, well, and a lot of things are changing too. I think they said if they've been exposed or they have had COVID, no, if they've just been exposed, something about they have to wait till the 5th day to take a test. It's going to be crazy.
They don't know what they're doing. So
nobody knows what's going to happen. I try to stay on top of all these new changes, but I guess until we get into it, we won't know.
What's the flip side of that? So we have friends, right, that are on our show regularly that let's play this out. So now our kid gets this and they're out of school 5 days, right? Well, then they come back and now there's somebody else that they were sitting around. Now they're out of school 5 more days. Well, now you're getting that letter from school saying, hey, you better bring your kid to school.
Yeah, one of our friends, she's gotten that letter, and I'm just like, try not to take it personal. They're just doing their job. They're sending out these letters, but they're kind of threatening letters. Like, she's like, I want my kid to go to school, but I'm being responsible by not taking them if they're sick.
Well, the schools lose money if the kids don't go.
I know, that's the flip side.
So, that's kind of follow the money. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with what's going on there. So I don't know how it's going to affect the kids for the second half of school, but I'm happy to get them back on the schedule because, they've been staying up late, waking up late. It's been really nice. I enjoy it. But it's time to get back on that grind.
Yes, kids. So how many parents want to stay home and snuggle their kids a little bit longer? And how many of them are like, get out of my face. You are driving me insane. Because I know there are some parents who are like, get this kid back in school. You're driving me crazy. I can't entertain you anymore.
I love being with our kids.
I do
I'm
too.
not the type like, I want them to get back to school. But, I'm ready to have a little bit of normalcy so we can get back to work. So are you ready for them to get out of your hair?
Oh, well, they're not ever in my hair.
They're super easy.
They're so easy. I love being around them. They're cool. But they do need to go back to school because there's only so much you can do at the house and, certain play dates with their cousins and hanging out with grandma. I just need to get back into the routine. And I'm already telling Santino he needs to be ready for that 250 word quiz that he's going to be doing at school. I'm like, you need to prepare and you need to start reading those books more often because that switch.
You know what? It's luckily it's starting this week. So They're going back to school on Monday, but they just went back to jujitsu yesterday.
Yes, and Nola got MVP.
MVP. So if anybody is thinking about doing jujitsu, gotta check out Checkmat in Valencia.
Yes, they're the best. We love going there. Sense of family, and the kids love it. They were super excited to be back. Tanya said Vivian and James are in the room, so they don't really bug me. Well, there you go.
There you go.
They're not in your hair, but I'm sure you want them to go back.
Yeah, it's good for the kids, right? It's good for them to have something to do and to be learning.
Yes.
So this week we actually have some fun stuff coming up.
Ooh, tell me about it, Stud.
Well, so I've had golf clubs probably a couple years now.
A couple.
And the first
longer than a couple.
So the first time
a long time. Hasn't my uncle gifted you those?
I gave those back.
Oh.
Because I bought like real clubs. Chris Burkett took me out and he made me get some clubs, right? So the first time I go out golfing, I've only been like 3 times in like 2 years. So I'm going on Thursday. It's going to be my 4th time being out there. Mm-hmm. But just to tell you how unprepared and terrible I am, the first time I went out there, I'm going with this guy who's a member at the country club out here. He's an avid golfer. He's like semi-retired, right? Mm-hmm. So I think he was embarrassed by me because he's trying to help me with my swing. And he's like, oh, grab this number club or whatever, right? So I go in there and I take out the club. I found it pretty quick. I was pretty impressed with myself. And so I start taking the plastic off the club, right?
You didn't have it off before you got there?
I didn't have the plastic off. So
oh my Lord.
I could already see.
How embarrassing.
Yeah, I could already see Chris Burkett doing one of these. He's like, yeah, this guy's not with me. You know, I don't want to be seen with this guy. So
I thought you said you stay ready.
Not with golf.
Well, you need to just, in all aspects of your life, you need to take the wrapper off the golf club.
Yeah. So,
wow.
I wanted to keep him in good condition. You know what I mean?
Yikes, I guess.
So now that we're talking about this out loud, I have to remember when I get home to get the golf clubs that are on the side of the bed and put them in the bag. Because, I have those staying ready just in case a perpetrator comes in. They're about to get whatever they call 5-iron, whatever they call these golf clubs, about to get one on the side of the head. So I have that on the side of the bed. So I got to put that back in the bag for Thursday.
Okay. Well, so Chris is going to go golfing this week with
Little V is what they call it.
Okay.
Vista Valencia. Mm-hmm. It's like a good beginner course.
Does anybody have golfing tips for Chris? Because, he doesn't even know how to take the plastic off the clubs before he gets on the course.
I should get some balls. Maybe I'll get some balls today.
Why are you trying to set me up? You do that. You go get some balls and then you'll be ready. So, all right. So Chris is going to go out and play golf. I don't know if this is such a good idea because I could already see there's going to either be
It's only 9 holes, so it's not the whole course.
He's going to hurt his leg. His back's going to hurt. But guess what? You going to Disneyland on Friday.
So is there anybody else out there that has to really... So I really have to think about this. I'm only 41, guys. I know I probably look older with the white and the beard. But so I've actually been thinking about this. She sprung it on me yesterday that we're going to Disneyland on Friday.
Okay, first of all, I did not spring this on you. Anytime I make a reservation, I say, okay, does this day sound good? I'm going to put this day on the reservation because if anybody knows, you have to reserve these days way in advance. So I probably reserved this day at least 2 months ago. It has been in the calendar for 2 months. I repeat it to you. So and then even the week of, I'm like, we are going to Disneyland on Friday. Okay. It doesn't matter. He's not listening.
You know when these conversations happen? So I'm laying in the bed. I'm on my pillow. I'm on the side.
Oh gosh.
It's like 12:30.
Lies, all lies.
I'm falling. I'm half asleep, and she's like, "You want to go to Disneyland on such and such date?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
That's inaccurate.
Whatever.
That's untrue.
I think that's how most of the conversation. That's why I don't remember this conversation.
I talk to you every time of the day. You just don't listen. It's like I'm on mute.
Huh?
Fool.
So, does anybody else have to plan these Disney trips? So, I went to jiu-jitsu today. It's my first day of the year. I'm over here talking about if you stay ready, you have to get. So I wasn't ready on Monday, right? So Monday should have been my first day of jiu-jitsu. I usually go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's what I try to do. Monday, we got this email from Professor Art with the calendar for the month, right? So I read. It's a huge, long email. So I just read the top and it says classes
So
from
I
10.
wonder why he doesn't know what's going on. I wonder why. Not listening, doesn't read the whole email. Okay, go ahead.
So it says class from 10 to 11. And I'm like, oh, perfect. Because we were trying to get that escrow into escrow on Monday morning. So I was like taking care of some stuff. And I'm like, that extra 30 minutes, because it usually starts at 9:30, you guys. That extra 30 minutes is going to save my life today because I'm able to take care of this, go to class. So I'm feeling good. We open this escrow. I get my gi on. I'm ready to go. I show up to class and I'm like, everybody is there, right? It's like the first day at the gym. Mm-hmm. There's probably like 15 cars outside and it's never that busy in the mornings. That's like the night classes. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited. I'm like, I'm going to be rolling with some people I haven't rolled before probably, and I go and I open the door and it's locked. And then I was like, all right, well, I know they come out there. Maybe I just missed it because it was like 10 o'clock on the dot when I got there, right? And then I was like, let me just check that email. Look at the email. That was for Sunday's class, not Monday's class. So Monday was regular time, 9:30 to 11.
I was wondering, why would they change the time that day when they send the email? I'm like, whatever.
Sometimes
I don't question him. I'm just like, he knows what he knows. And who am I to tell him?
So anyhow, I missed Monday. I went today, and
how you feeling?
So I had all this sweat on me, right? So we're rolling, and then Professor Lecca's like, "Oh man, you got a lot of sweat on you, Chris." I'm like, "It's not mine. It was Mark's sweat."
Yeah.
I was like, "It's not my sweat. I'm cool as ice." No, it was hard.
Yeah.
It was hard because I've probably been like 2 or 3 times in the last 20 days. And if you miss jujitsu, like every time you miss a class, it's like you missed a week. So your cardio plummets. So you usually fight 2.5 minutes to 5 minutes. If anybody's been in a fight, like it's a long time to be fighting somebody. So if you don't have your cardio game up, you're just basically dying, waiting for the clock to run out. So it was a tough day today, but it was fun.
You good?
I'm good. So getting back to Disneyland, I went to jiu-jitsu today and I'm like, all right, well, I usually go Fridays, but we're going Friday morning. So I can't go to jiu-jitsu on Friday. So now I'm thinking maybe I go Thursday. But man, I'm going golfing too. Is my leg going to hold up on Friday?
His leg is not going to hold up. I've already told him he needs to get a wheelchair because I don't want to hear it. Just get one of those wheelchairs. Everything will be fine.
You're talking about the motorized scooter.
Motorized wheelchair, scooter, whatever it is.
Well, like when you say wheelchair, I'm thinking about you're pushing the wheels, right?
The motorized wheelchair. Or is it? I guess it's like a scooter.
It's like a scooter.
We're going to get him one of those. So, and I think I'm going to sign him up for a membership with it. Like,
do they have a membership?
I don't know. I just made that up. A yearly discount because I don't think it's going to get any better.
I don't know.
Okay.
I've been waiting for my knee and my back.
So
and stuff
last time we went, he's like, he already knows. Talk about staying ready. We get there and he forgot his knee brace. How do you forget your knee brace?
I forgot my knee brace. It happens.
Come on, guy. Don't forget your knee brace. So Disneyland, first trip.
Oh, are we going to Disneyland or are we going to California Adventure first?
That's a good question. I have to check and see. I think it's Disneyland this time that we're going to first. And so it's our first trip of 2022. We missed the last one because the kids weren't feeling well, and that was for my birthday. So I am going to say that we are celebrating my birthday this time, and I've already booked a reservation at a restaurant for us, and it's the Magic Key. There's an Italian spot, and it's only for people who have the Magic Key holders.
Really?
Yeah, it's really hard to get reservations for that. I always try, and supposedly they have a standby wait list, which I've never been able to get on because people are always there taking up the reservations. So we have a reservation for lunch, and we're going to celebrate my birthday, my
Do you have
Disney
a reservation
birthday.
for dinner or no?
No.
So Corey tells me she's super excited about it. She's like, well, just here's the menu. Check out the menu. See if there's anything on there. I'm like, I'll figure it out. No, just look at it. So I'm reading off the menu and we're at the kitchen table. So Nola's with us and I'm like, oh, so the kids are eating pizza. Cause that's what they eat there. Pizza, mac and cheese, whatnot.
Right.
She was like, I'm not eating pizza.
She's like, I want mac and cheese.
I want mac and cheese. And I was like, what? So this girl, let me just tell you about our daughter. She's got an opinion on everything now at 5.
Well, I told her she can have mac and cheese for dinner. No. I was like, oh, do you not want to go to Disneyland? You don't have to eat anything at all. And Chris was like, well, then starve.
Go ahead and starve. I told her.
This girl, she's got an opinion about everything.
It's so funny.
I love it, though. I love it.
You know, Corey's got Disney. She's, you know, everybody knows already Corey's a Disney fanatic, right? So she has this really cute sweater, this hoodie this morning, and it's Elena of Avalor. Did I say that correct? We haven't, Nola's not really into the show. But anyhow, she knows who she is or whatnot. And she's like, I'm not wearing that.
And I'm like, Nola, you're
like,
just going to your grandma's house today. I told you I'm only wearing that at home. Dang, girl, she's 5.
So if she doesn't like something, she'll tell you, it's okay. I'm not wearing that at school, and I'm not wearing it when we leave the house. I'm only wearing it at home.
And so I told her, I go, if you're not wearing it, I'm giving it away so someone else can wear it. But I want to wear it at home. I'm like, oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Same thing goes for like shoes.
Oh, these shoes. I got her these amazing shoes that I would totally rock. And I've been trying to get her to wear them, but she only wears the same shoes every single day. No, I want the purple ones. So I finally get her to put them on, and she's like, they're too tight. Girl, they are your size. It's because you've worn the other ones out so much that they just easily go on. Like, this is how a shoe is supposed to fit you.
I think we're going to have to like hide one of her shoes, and she's going to be forced to have to wear these other shoes.
I don't know, but I bought her the same exact type of shoe that she wears now for the next size up because I can't deal with her and these shoe things and her issues that she has.
Hi, Professor Leica. So Professor Leica says you guys are raising Nola to be a strong woman.
Absolutely, because that girl does not back down, and I love that about her, but it does get very challenging when it comes time to get her dressed.
It's funny because it's really only with Corey. Like with me, she's good.
No, she will tell you she does not like that Elena jacket. She's already told me, and I was going to give it away, so then it's not an issue ever. But then she's like, no, I'll wear it in the house.
Yeah. So it's funny because if anybody's, you know, seen our kids grow up and they know them, like Professor Leica knows our kids, right? They've been going there since they were 3 years old each, right?
Yeah. Well, Nola has gone there since she was a baby because Tino was 3. So.
Yeah. So Nola's always been the very shy, quiet one, right? Didn't even want to make eye contact with people. She's not like that anymore.
Oh, heck no. I mean, she's still shy for people she doesn't know. But yeah,
she's not. But now she's giving hugs to some people, right? That before she wouldn't. But she's gotten like this personality all of a sudden. She doesn't put up with no ish. And when I talk about no ish, I'm talking about her brother. So the other day they got some. I don't know. They have all these weird toys nowadays, right?
They're called like fidgets. I don't know.
She had some fidget. She was playing with it. It's like a hose, and you close it and you open it. It's kind of like accordion style, and you hear this noise, right?
Yeah, I don't even know what they're called,
but I watched Santino, so he's really playing that big brother role really well. He likes to mess with his sister.
Oh yeah.
Right. So like I always see that.
And he does it on the low too. Like he'll do it quietly because he knows if he like does it, we're gonna catch him. Yeah.
Well, he tries to set her up, and I'm fine. I mean, they're gonna argue. They're kids. They're 2 years apart, and they're siblings, right? So I'm not on them on every little thing. What I like to do is I like to punish both of them because I don't care who started it. I don't care who ended it. You're both in trouble, and I'm not mad about it. It's a good way for them to learn, to back each other up and solve their own problems. Because you want to come to mom and dad, you're both in trouble.
For sure.
Right. So I saw Tino messing with her, and he kept taking this thing from her. And me and Corey were in the kitchen, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, hey, it's about to go down over there.
And right? I'm just like, let them deal with it because they need to figure things out. We're not always going to be there to help save one or the other.
Right. So Tino takes it from her, and then Nola's, stop it, Santino, give it back. Right. And we're still letting it slide. So she just bum rushed him. And she went to grab it. And when she went to grab it, she kind of chin checked him a little bit.
Good.
And then so I go over there, and they both know they're in trouble now, right? So without me even saying anything, they're already both going to start crying because they're like, oh, dad got up, so now I'm in trouble, right? So I'm like, both of you guys go in the corner. But both of you guys go in the corner, right? So they're both in the corner, and I talked to Santino first. I'm like, hey, look, you mess with your sister. If she pops you in the mouth, I got nothing to say about that. She's protecting herself. She's standing up for herself. I don't want to kill that in Nola because
heck no.
You got to let her know.
She's got that fire.
She has to know that nobody can mess with her.
She knows that what she wants is what she wants, and she doesn't have to back down to anybody.
Right. But then I did have to tell her too, like, hey, if you want to chin check somebody, just not your brother, okay? Just don't go punching your brother in the face all the time.
Right.
So anyhow, it's funny to see this evolution of Nola.
Yes.
You know, she's starting to be, she has a very strong personality.
Yeah,
So does Santino.
She always has. I mean, the first year of her life, she never smiled at anybody. I was like, dang, this girl's mean mugging straight out the womb.
That's a Silva trait because
Oh, yeah,
I can't tell you how many times in a day Corey or somebody's like worried about me, like, are you okay? I'm like, this is my face.
I don't do that every day.
Well, I said somebody.
Oh, yeah.
I said Corey or somebody. Every day, like I get like, are you okay? It's just how my face looks. So now our kids have that scowl too. Like Santino too. Like he's like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
We just have this look that it looks like we're upset, but we're not. We're pretty happy-go-lucky people.
Angry face. What we got to come up with a acronym for that.
Oh yeah, well, it can't be the one that it has to be one kid-friendly. It has to be a kid-friendly acronym.
So Professor Lecca said, "Girl power," and I love Nola's hugs. Yes, she gives the best hugs. She's very stingy with her hugs, but they're so worth it. Once she gives them to you, you're like, oh, I know I got something special.
Yeah, she was happy to be back at Checkmat.
Yes, she was. They were so gung-ho. This morning on the way to Grandma's house, they were counting how many MVPs they have because they keep their collection of MVPs on their side door panel in the car. So they were sitting there counting how many they had. I think she had 18 MVPs.
It's cool. There. It's like if anybody ever played Pop Warner football or played high school football, you would get the stickers when you made a good play, touchdown, whatnot, and you'd have all the stickers on your helmet. Same thing, same kind of situation. They have all of them on the side of the door panel. They have them all
lined up, yeah. So they're super excited and so happy to be back, and we love that little girl. Oh my gosh, so sweet. So anyone watching, do you have any future plans for this week or this weekend coming up? We'd like to see some in the comments. We have Disneyland Friday. Do we have anything on the weekend?
Aren't you getting a massage on Thursday?
Oh, you are too. Acting like you. Yeah, there's some self-care happening. I'm rewarding myself. I haven't had a massage in like who knows how long. It's been a long time.
I always think it's strange.
I want to say June.
I always think it's strange when people don't like massages.
Well, some people don't want to be touched, and that's okay.
Yeah, like your dad's like never had a massage his whole life.
No, well, some people don't like that. Listen,
I'm all about it.
I'll take all the massages for them.
I'm all about it.
I need some rest and relaxation, and I'm getting a facial too.
Oh, look at you, getting ready for
tomorrow.
Disneyland.
is a me day.
There you go.
Spend some time on myself, and you're getting a massage too.
After golf, see, so I'm trying to get ready. So in my head, I was like, well, maybe I should go on Thursday night. Maybe I should go to jiu-jitsu since I'm not going on Friday.
Please, this guy. He wants to be injured.
I don't want to be injured. I want to stay in shape because there's like being in shape and there's being in jiu-jitsu shape. I'm not in jiu-jitsu shape at all.
Go on Saturday morning. Is that they have Saturday morning
after
class?
Walking at Disneyland all damn day on Friday? Girl,
come on, you got to stay in shape.
Saturday and Sunday to recoup from Friday.
Okay.
Yeah. It's gonna be a tough day, that Disneyland crawl.
Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait. I wish they would bring back those people movers for your sake.
People movers, what's that?
Yeah, the thing where you
the tram.
The tram.
What's up? Come on, get your stuff together, Disneyland. What's up with that? I don't understand.
I don't know. I don't get it.
It's outside. It's open air.
Why? I don't know.
And they haven't figured out how to get a robot to drive those things yet.
I don't want a robot driving.
Just get a track. Just let it be on a track. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't done that.
They're not doing very well with the Imagineers over there. They need to imagine a tram that works and runs.
This guy. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait for my massage, my facial, that. It'll be cool. So, do you have anything else you would like to add?
No, well, we're ready this weekend. So I know when we get off the show, I got to send a loan application. So we do loan applications online. Right? I got to send it out. We're going to pre-approve somebody that I was talking to right before we got on the show. Again, really excited to help them out. Really excited to help anybody. If you're thinking about buying a house this year, even selling a house, let's stay ready, right?
Yes.
So let's set up an appointment. I've been visiting a lot of people's houses now. Let's set up the appointment either to get you ready to buy a place, put a plan together. Because if you don't have a plan, you're basically planning to fail, right?
Right.
So you have to have the plan in place. And then and also if anybody's looking at selling anytime this year, it's good to start planning for that as well. So reach out to us. I'll be working this weekend.
I'll be working too. So, well, thank you so much for everybody who have joined us today. That's going to wrap up this episode of R&R Relationships and Real Estate. We appreciate you taking the time out of your day to hang out with us and to share some comments and engage. We are so excited to see you the next week here on R&R Relationships and Real Estate.
On Wednesdays, noon on Facebook Live. We'll hope to see you next time.
Thank you
Have a
so
great
much.
day.
Have a great day.